Well, thanks for joining me in my shop today. Today is January 15th, and it is incredibly warm outside. So welcome to Texas. If you're new here or if you've never been here, I think January is the only month here in Texas that you can wear shorts and a t-shirt and not be hot. Doing the CAO Brazilia. See the band right there. Oh, this band is a little bit larger than most of the cigar bands, I would say, just because it's got that point there. It's got that traditional CAO right there in the middle, and of course it says Brazilia. It says Fieto a mano. I'm gonna guess and say that's handmade. It actually is handmade. So just looking at this, I know for a fact that this has a Brazilian wrapper. CAO grows a lot of their stuff out of Dominican Republic, but I'm going to look that up and probably tell you what it is here in the second third. The roll is pretty smooth. It's got a few veins in there, but it's definitely not. It's definitely not a bad veins by any means. I would say overall this is a very smooth roll. It's got a nice consistent chocolate brown color here in the bottom half of the band, and the top it's a little bit lighter. This looks like it's a double cap, and like I said, this is going to be a Brazilian wrapper. So I'm going to give this a smell. Ooh, that's pretty stinky. It's very barnyardy, very kind of oh gosh, I want to say like earthy roots. It reminds me a whole lot of kind of like just like a dirty root smell. Yeah, just earthy, and that dirty root smell. So I'm gonna cut this open and do a cold draw. The draw is very, very easy. Well, you know, I guess it's not as easy as I first thought. It's a very nice draw. It's got a little bit of tension in there. Just by this cold draw, I can tell that this roll is very, very nice. Like a baking chocolate comes to mind right away when I do this cold draw. Baking chocolate and a little bit of hay, a little bit of kind of like a strawy wood tone come in there too. So I'm gonna light this up. I did notice here on the foot, which you probably can't see right now, there was a little bit of a like the plant stem sticking out. Well, not sticking out at the bottom, but just real prevalent down at the bottom. I'm not sure if you can kind of make out that kind of big chunk that's in there. And I noticed it was giving me a little bit of a lighting problem. So we'll see if that does anything. And that draw just tightened up considerably. There's lots of like a really dark maltiness to it right now, almost like a real dark beer, like a not a black ale, golly, like a Russian Imperial Stout. This is kind of what these first flavors are like, real dark, real malty tasting. It's got a kind of a nice tobacco sweetness on the exhale, but this draw is pretty tight. It was pretty easy there at the start, and now it's kind of tight, now. So we'll see how it goes. If we need to open it up more, we'll open it up more. And you know the drill. I'm going to get here into the first third and be right back in one sec. So I am just about through the first third of the CAO Brazilia. I gotta say, it was it had a lot of that just kind of real earthy, dark tones on the start, and now it's just really given way to a whole lot of toasted bread. It's really interesting because there's definitely not bread on every single puff. I would say it's every second or every third puff. I just get just a mouth load of toasted bread. It's almost like it's changing with every puff. I'm thinking it's almost like going between toasted bread and like some dark coffee tones right now. Yep, it's just got a lot of that rootiness, like I was talking about, almost like a chicory coffee smell is being put off into the air. See the burn right here? It's nice and straight. The ash is hanging out real nice. This is an inch already. I will say also this cigar it has been smoking just very nicely. I've actually been puffing on it pretty gingerly, just kind of here and there, not consistently, and it hasn't gone out. I've actually set it down twice and did not go out. Just kind of sat there and just stayed lit and just kind of waited for me to come back to it. Yeah, just those dark rooty chicory coffee and those bread tones. Man, this thing is pretty complex here in the first third. So I'm gonna get into the second third and be right back in 1 second. So I am through the second third of this here CAO. All of the second third, it's turned really dark. I actually noticed it here at the end of the first third, and it's just happened like I thought it would. It's just gotten real dark, like bitter coffee tones. Kind of contrary to those bitter coffee tones is a whole lot of sweet creaminess that's coming on the exhale. It's really nice. Gives a really nice contrast. Again, I didn't have to baby this cigar at all. I actually set it down for quite a while and picked it up, and there was just enough to keep that coal going. The jaw has loosened up a little bit. It's not nearly as tight as it was on that first light, and it definitely has gotten a whole lot softer on the stick, which is to be expected, of course. Anytime you're combining heat with something, that's going to expand and get a little softer. The ash, unfortunately, as you can see, it's kind of caved there. It got about this long before it fell off on my shirt, and I was kind of surprised at that with how long the ash stayed on at the. Stayed on there on the first third. So I mean, nothing. I mean, that's not necessarily a bad thing. It's just something I noticed. The burn has been excellent. It's been anytime it's gotten even a little bit non-straight, like this one is right here, it's always corrected itself, and it's gotten nice and razor straight. This is a very good cigar so far. So I'm gonna get into the last third and be right back in 1 sec. So I'm getting down to the very end of this here Brazilia. I forgot to mention that this is actually the Brazilia Gold. They have an Amazon and a couple other sizes. This is actually a 5x56, so this is a pretty fat Robusto. Like I said, this is a Brazilian wrapper, and the binder and the fillers are all Nicaraguan, which is kind of true to telling with all the flavors that I've been getting in this. Here in this last third, that real dark boldness that I was getting in the second third has really given way. It's actually turned into just real rich coffee and tobacco tones. It's very heavy in coffee, even on the lips. It reminds me a whole lot of those coffee beans that they roast and then you actually just eat them. Not the candied ones, because it's not sweet like that, but just whole lots of coffee. Like, it actually makes me think of drinking just a good bold cup of coffee. It's putting out some excellent smell into the air. There's lots of wood. There's a little bit of creaminess maybe hanging around still in there. It's pretty much gone, but it's very aromatic as far as those wood and coffee and tobacco tones go. It's been smoking very well. The burn the burn has just been great throughout this whole cigar. The draw is still about the same. It's still pretty firm, even here towards the end where it's kind of swelled up a little bit. As you can see right there, it's kind of swelled and split. I purposely put my cigar screw right there just because it was splitting there anyway. This is definitely a cigar that you could smoke all the way down to the very, very end. Very, very good cigar. Another great one by CAO. Carry quite a few CAOs here at the shop, all at excellent prices. So if you're not there already, brothersfinetobacco.com. You know the rest of the drill. We've got a lot more YouTube videos on there. Check out what's going on our Facebook page as well. And as always, thank you for watching. Interesting little fun fact for you.